Once upon a time, long ago, there lived a young boy named Jack, and from the very first day of his life, his heart was full of kindness and big dreams because even though he lived in a very small town, he always looked at the sky and thought, one day I will travel the world. Jack was poor, but he was honest and hard-working, and after many years of saving money, little by little, he finally collected 25 gold coins, which was everything he owned in the world, and with a brave smile and a hopeful heart, he put the coins into a small pouch, said goodbye to his home, and started his journey, not knowing that his kindness would change his life forever. For many days and nights, Jack walked through forests, hills, and empty roads, and one evening, when he was very tired, he saw an old house deep in the forest and thought it was a strange place for a house, but he decided to rest there for the night. And inside the dusty house, he noticed a coffin that looked new, which made him feel uneasy. Yet he sat near the door and quickly fell asleep. That night, Jack had a dream that felt more real than any dream before because he saw a beautiful girl wearing a white gown with long hair and sad black eyes, and she cried and said, "Save me." And just as Jack reached out to help her, he woke up in fear, and at that moment he heard voices in the house. Two men had entered and were about to break open the coffin to steal jewels, and without thinking of himself, Jack stood up bravely and told them to stop saying it was wrong to disturb the dead, and when the men said the dead man owed them money, Jack made a choice that showed the true strength of his heart, because he gave them all his 25 gold coins and asked them to leave the coffin in peace. And when they left, Jack had nothing left. Yet he felt calm and proud because deep inside he knew he had done the right thing. The next morning, Jack continued his journey, and soon he met a strange but friendly man who said he was also traveling the world, and although Jack did not know his name, he felt safe with him, and so they became traveling companions, walking together, talking, laughing, and helping others along the way. Not long after, they saw an old woman who had hurt her ankle. And while Jack wanted to help her, the companion asked for a blue bottle from his bag. And suddenly the woman was healed, jumped happily, and gave the companion a long stick as thanks. And Jack began to feel that his new friend was not an ordinary man, especially when he later saw bird wings fly out of the companion's bag and helped them cross a high hill. And yet the companion only smiled and said that everything could be useful one day. Their journey brought them to a town where Jack saw a princess passing by, and his heart stopped because she was the same girl from his dream, and he knew then that fate was calling him. Jack went to the palace and bravely asked to marry the princess, and though the king was sad and the palace was dark, the princess agreed but gave Jack a dangerous test, saying that for 3 days he must show exactly what she was thinking, or he would be thrown into a lake full of crocodiles. Jack was afraid, but love gave him courage. And that night his travelling companion secretly followed the princess and discovered that she had black wings and was under the control of a green monster living in a cave, who told her what to think so no man could ever marry her. With great risk, the companion watched, listened, and learned the truth, and each night he followed the princess and stopped the monsters. Plans so that every morning Jack could answer correctly, not by magic, but because someone was protecting him. On the final day, the monster planned to trick Jack with a goblin and a secret box. But the companion stopped the goblin, and when Jack stood before the princess and the king, he spoke with confidence and truth, breaking the evil spell at last. The monster's power was destroyed, the palace was filled with light again, and the princess was free. But when Jack thanked his companion, the truth was finally revealed. Because the companion said he was the spirit of the dead man from the coffin who had returned only to repay Jack's kindness. And after smiling proudly, he disappeared forever. Jack was sad but grateful, and soon after he married the princess, becoming a kind and loved prince, and together they lived happily, always remembering that one good act done with a pure heart can change the whole world. And that is why this story teaches us that kindness is the greatest magic of all.